Hi guys, what's up? This is Shubhadeep from eGadgets for you. Now in this video I will give you the difference between the Samsung Galaxy A8, which is on the right hand side of the screen and it's the latest entry from Samsung, and Samsung Galaxy A7, which is on the left hand side of the screen. The Samsung Galaxy A7 has released in India sometime around the January of 2015, and already towards the end of July 2015 Samsung has already launched the Galaxy A8. The A8 is supposed to be the successor of A7, but it has some striking resemblance with the S6 as well. Before anything else, let me give you a physical overview of both the handsets. On the very first look of the Samsung Galaxy A7 and the A8, you can notice that A7 is more of a rectangular format, whereas the A8 has circular edges, somewhat representing the edges of the S6 as well. Now for the Samsung Galaxy A7, at the top you will find the infrared blasters and the Qualcomm branding over there. At the top you have the earphone, the 5 megapixel shooter, the sensors, the Samsung branding, the home button, the back button and the multitasking button. On the left hand side of the Samsung Galaxy A7 you have the volume rockers, and also on the right hand side are the power on and off button plus the dual nano SIM slot. But the second SIM is a hybrid SIM slot, as because you can either use a second nano SIM or the micro SD card that supports up to 64 gigs. For the Samsung Galaxy A7, at the back you will find the 13 megapixel shooter with the speaker grills and the LED flash on either side of the camera. The Samsung branding and the Duos branding is also present. Now for the Samsung Galaxy A8, the orientation is a lot different than A7, as the edges are heavily styled and they are so smooth and so sleek that it gives you the feeling of a premium handset, but still minus the flagship prices. The buttons of A8 are heavily crafted with metal and looks premium, decent also. At the top of Samsung Galaxy A8 you will find infrared blasters. In the front you have the 5 megapixel shooter, the sensors, the earpiece, the Samsung branding. You have a 5.7 inch of diagonal display, the home button and the back button and the multitasking button. On the left hand side you have the volume rockers, pretty much different than A7 as they are separated. You also find the nano SIM slots on the left hand side of the Samsung Galaxy A8. Again, the implementation is quite similar to A7. As for the first primary slot you need to insert a primary nano SIM, but for the second slot is a hybrid slot where you can either use a nano SIM or the micro SD card that supports up to 128 gigs. On the right hand side you just have the power on and off button or the lock screen button. On the back of Samsung Galaxy A8 you have a 16 megapixel shooter with LED flash and speaker grills on either end. Now the position of the speaker grills and the flash is different for both the handsets. Again you have the Samsung branding and the Duos branding on the back of Samsung Galaxy A8. The most trendiest approach to Samsung Galaxy A8 is that they have the finger sensors. You can see that it works without fail and smoothly also. The finger sensor is missing in Samsung Galaxy A7. The usage of the widgets, the wallpapers, the home screen settings and the themes are pretty much similar for both the handsets. You find that you can easily toggle behind with the wallpapers, the themes, the color schemes, etc. The Samsung Galaxy A8 has a 5.7 inch of diagonal screen, whereas for A7 it is 5.5 inch of diagonal screen. Now both the handsets supports a resolution of 1080 into 1920 pixels. The Samsung Galaxy A7 has a pixel density of 401 ppi, whereas the pixel density for Samsung Galaxy A8 is 386 ppi. Both have a Super AMOLED screen and a full HD display. Both the handsets are running on a Corning Gorilla Glass 4. So display wise, resolution wise, contrast, brightness, saturations, each and everything are perfect in both the handsets. But having said that, the Samsung Galaxy A8 has a bigger screen for Samsung Galaxy A7, so the pixel density being higher in A7 makes it a little more brighter than A8 in terms of any viewing angles or stuffs like that, but the difference is very minimal. The Samsung Galaxy A7, which is on the left hand side over here, supports a battery capacity of 2600 mAh. That has been increased leaps and bounds with Samsung Galaxy A8. It supports a battery capacity of 3050 milliampere. Now the battery lasting capability in Samsung Galaxy A8 is definitely better than A7, and A8 has a quick charging capability which is missing in the A7. Also, the Samsung Galaxy A8 has a smart battery restore capability which gives it a slight edge than A7 in terms of battery backup. The Samsung Galaxy A8 weighs something around 151 grams, whereas the Samsung Galaxy A7 weighs around 141 grams. Understandably, because of the higher battery capacity and the higher screen display, the A8 has a bit of weight more than A7. Again, the Samsung Galaxy A8 is known to be the slimmest phone till date from Samsung Galaxy. The A7 has a thickness of 6.30 mm, whereas the thickness for A8 is 5.90 mm. So that little bit makes it the most thinnest phone from Samsung Galaxy till date. Again, in the Antutu benchmark test, the Samsung Galaxy A8 scores far more better than the A7. You will find a drastic difference in the scores of both the handsets. If I go to device info for both the handsets, you will find the Samsung Galaxy A7, which is on the left hand side of the screen, has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 615 chipset that has a clock speed of 1 GHz and has an octa-core processor. It supports a 2 gigs of RAM, has an internal storage of 16 gigs, and the microSD card is supported up to 64 gigs. The Galaxy A7 further has a GPU of Adreno 405, whereas for the Samsung Galaxy A8 it runs on a Exynos 5430 chipset that is clocked at 1.3 GHz with an octa-core processor. It has a 2 gigs of RAM, internal storage of 32 gigs, and expandable with a microSD card up to 128 gig. Furthermore, the GPU of Samsung Galaxy A8 is Mali T628. So there has been a contrasting difference in the technical and specification list for Samsung Galaxy A8, which fares much better than the Galaxy A7. The same thing is reflected in the performance of both the handsets also. If we go ahead and fire up the browsers and open our official website egadgetsforyou.com, before that you see that the keyboard orientation in both the handsets are quite different. Having a difference of only 6 to 7 months in the release of Samsung Galaxy A8 from A7, you will find that the TouchWiz UI of Samsung Galaxy has increased a lot. You can find the designing of the keyboards are far superior than that of the designing in Samsung Galaxy A7. Now let's hit go for both the handsets and check the speed and performance of both the handsets. You cannot sort the difference between the two. The performance wise, both the handsets A7 and A8 turns out to be a great deal end of the day. Now if we go ahead and open any particular news in the in both the handsets and check the pinch to zoom, it works without fail each and every time for both the handsets. I cannot find any lag, any issues in either of the handsets whatsoever. Now the viewing angles, the reading angles are great in both the handsets. There is no complaint whatsoever. You can easily navigate, read the stuff, check the news, check the pictures, use pinch to zoom, share the news. So on a reading perspective and working perspective in both the handsets, it's great deal. Nothing more and no difference whatsoever I can feel in this particular handset. But A8 having a bigger screen, maybe in a way it may fascinate the users to use a bigger screen camera than that of A7. You will find for both the handsets of the A7 and the A8, the auto brightness sensor is present. Again, the toggle menus for both the handsets is somewhat similar. You have the ultra power saving mode, you have the airplane mode, the mobile hotspots, the mobile data, Bluetooth. So orientations are somewhat similar also in the A8 as well. Now if I go to settings for both the handsets and navigate to about device, you will find that for Samsung Galaxy A7 it runs an Android version of KitKat 4.4.4, although there is an official confirmation for the update of the A7 to the Lollipop. But the Samsung Galaxy A8 comes with Android version of 5.1.1 Lollipop straight out of the box. So OS wise there is a difference in between the two. There are some special features with the Samsung Galaxy A8 like the multitasking window, where you can set one window to be one particular thing at the top and again the second one to be another one at the bottom. So that way you get to use both the screens at the same time by making it a multitasking window. Again, since the Samsung Galaxy A8 has a bigger screen, so it gives you the freedom to use it for a one hand also. Just you need to crop it over there and it will appear in the right bottom of your corner, and you can use the particular thing by just swiping with one hand only. Furthermore, you will get something in the Samsung Galaxy A8 that says a Smart Manager, using which you can easily optimize your battery, the storage, the RAM and the device securities all with one click. So these are some latest implementations that you will find in the Samsung Galaxy A8. For the Samsung Galaxy A7 and the A8, cameras are the talking point for both the handsets. But the Samsung Galaxy A7 supports a 13 megapixel shooter at the rear end with an LED flash, whereas for Samsung Galaxy A8 it supports a 16 megapixel shooter with LED flash and an aperture of f1.9. Both the cameras has a 5 megapixel shooter at the front. The modes also varies in both the handsets. As you find in the Samsung Galaxy A7, you have the auto, the rear cam selfie, the night, the panorama, animated GIF and the ability to download all the other modes. But in Samsung Galaxy A8, they have done with the interface of Samsung Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge with the auto, the pro mode, the panorama, the continuous shot, and again the ability to download the modes. You get the settings to play along with your photos, take pictures at your will, and just customize each and every options as per your will to take the pictures. Let me guide you through the pictures that I have taken using the camera for both the handsets. This particular picture was taken in night mode, and yeah, as you can see, the definitions are quite similar for both the handsets. But having said that, the Samsung Galaxy A8 has a tendency to show each and every picture and each and every bit of a particular object very clearly and very distinctly. This is something tricky. If I have not got the Samsung Galaxy A8 with its features of cameras, something like that, I would say that the picture of Galaxy A7 is mind-blowing, but A8 is refraining me to saying so. This is a striking picture as because it was shot in complete darkness, utter pitch darkness without a single ray of light. Now the Samsung Galaxy A8 has a self-enhancing mode in its camera which is missing in the A7, as a result of which you will find that the picture in A8 turns out to be wonderful compared to that of the A7. So that way or the other, A8 does cost a lot from A7. Even shooting in broad daylight is not a disappointment for both the cameras. As you can see, just outside a coffee shop, I have shooted using the A7 as well as the A8. The pictures came out bright, came out good. The details, the orientations, the brightness, the saturations, each and everything are good. I should say that there is a slight difference in the picture of A8 which has a bit of clarity more than A7, but still the pictures of A7 are not that bad either. As you can see, both have done similar things for the pictures whatsoever. So in a way or the other, I should say that obviously the Galaxy A8 has an edge over A7 in terms of camera, but the difference is not at all that striking or either. The Samsung Galaxy A7, which is at the top of the screen, and the Samsung Galaxy A8, which is at the bottom just now. Now the A7 is priced something around 25,990 and A8 is currently available for 31,450 INR. There is a difference in price, difference in specs, difference in camera, difference in battery life. The Samsung Galaxy A8 is a better orientation of a Samsung Galaxy S6 with a lower price than that of a flagship. Holding a Samsung Galaxy A8 feels like a premium flagship model in your hands. So in a way or the other, I guess my vote definitely goes to the Samsung Galaxy A8. The pictures are mind-blowing. It has a bigger screen, so good for reading, good for viewing movies also. End of the day, definitely my vote goes to the Samsung Galaxy A8. But again, it's me. Feel free to post your queries in the comment section below. Stay subscribed to my channel. I'll catch you guys in my next video.